Hello friends and welcome to this video in which we will learn about server backup in Mark Software. We can take backup of Mark Software data in three ways. One is financial year backup, second is IMP backup and the third is server backup. In financial year backup, we can take backup of single financial year at a time. In IMP backup, we can take backup of multiple companies. And server backup can take backup of all the companies at once. Means you can take backup of all the companies all together at once from server backup. In server backup, you can set a time schedule to backup your data regularly. Then server.exe automatically takes backup on timely basis. So now let's see the benefits of server backup. Server backup protects your software data from different types of viruses. Server backup stores your software backup on 7 different locations, like on external drives like pen drives, hard disk, etc. and on cloud like FTP, website, server, etc. So there remains no chances of data loss because data can be easily recovered. Server backup automatically takes backup on timely basis. Server backup also stores your backup in a hidden folder which nobody can detect, access, delete or modify. Hidden backup is the most safest location of backup. If there is a multi-user network environment in your business, then you can run server backup on client systems also. So now let's see from where we can take server backup in Mark Software. Firstly, you will go on that location where your Mark software is installed and double click on your Mark folder. Here you will find an application server.exe. As soon as you click on it, this window will appear in front of you where you will find three options: authorization and backup plus, authorization and backup plus. As you know that the unique exception code of Mark software is only there in one registered system in which Mark software is installed. So suppose in your server system, means on your main system, Mark software is installed and that system is registered and there is an exception code in it. So authorization checks that whether the system on which we are running server.exe is authorized to take backup or not. Means whether there is exception code on that system or not. And backup plus takes backup. Backup plus also does task of cloud data synchronization like sending emails, SMS, etc. But for that, internet connection must be on. Now this authorization and backup plus has been divided into two parts. One is authorization and the other is backup plus. In your business, if Mark software runs on a single system, so you will run authorization and backup plus. So software will store your backup on that system in different locations. But if in your system Mark software runs on multiple systems through node connection, so either you will run authorization and backup plus or authorization mode. Now let's understand the meaning of these three backup modes. Firstly, let's understand what is authorization and backup plus. Authorization and backup plus can only run on the server system. When you run this mode, then data synchronization with the cloud will also run, like SMS, email, e-business apps, etc. Means from authorization and backup plus does task of data synchronization, like sending email, SMS, etc. Means for sending data from the software to the internet and to receive data from the internet. So when you run authorization and backup plus, then your exception code gets authorized and then your software can also take backup and also do the task of data synchronization. Now let's understand the difference between authorization and backup between server system and client system. You can take authorization and backup on server system. You cannot run authorization and backup on client system because there is no exception code on client system. When you run authorization and backup, then backup gets stored on your server system, means on your main system. Backup is not stored on your client system. Next is authorization. Authorization can only run on the server system. When we run authorization on the server system, then the server system authorizes the client system to take backup. Means the server system passes its exception code to the client system and authorizes the client system to take backup. Then client system will be able to run backup plus mode on their system by running server application in Mark folder. So Mark software lets the client system take backup because its main system, that is server system, has turned on authorization mode and passed its exception code to them. Note: client system cannot run backup plus mode unless authorization mode is running on the server system. Now let's understand the difference of authorization between client system and server system. Backup will be stored in client system and last backup will be sent to server system. Last backup that is sent from client system will be stored on the server system. Means when authorization mode is on the main system, then main system passes its exception code to the client system, and then the client system can run backup plus mode. And then when someone runs backup plus mode from server.exe, then the backup gets stored in the client system and the day's last backup is sent to the main system. In order to run backup plus mode on the client system, internet connection is required on the client system. Internet connection is not required on the server system to run authorization mode. Data synchronization with the cloud will run on client system because there will be internet on the client system. Data synchronization with the cloud will not run on the server system because internet will not be there on the server system. Next is backup plus. Backup plus mode takes backup and also does data synchronization. Backup plus mode can run on the client system only if authorization mode is running on the server system. So friends, in this video we took a brief introduction of server backup in Mark Software. In the next tutorial, that is how to take server backup in Mark Software, we will learn how to implement server backup. Thanks for watching. Press the bell icon and never miss any of our videos. Hit the like button if you found this video useful. Comment to share your views. And finally subscribe to our channel. Thanks for watching.